Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge. It's Roadmap Day. This roadmap is going to talk all about the Winter Festival, what's coming new, what to expect. I did pre-read, just kind of like skim through it, and it does seem like there's a decent amount of new things coming this Winter Festival. I'm currently working on trying to get the Invite a Friend horse, so maybe not the most exciting backdrop, but I mean, it's better than just staring at a player character standing still the way I used to do these. So let's take it week by week and talk about everything that's coming in December. On December 10th, we have an update titled Sól and Máni. And if you didn't know, these are the names of the two new magic horses. Through the deep snow that has fallen, pieces of the sun and moon have broken free and manifested themselves as magical horses on Jorvik. Meanwhile, the gnomes are taking over the winter village. There are rogue gnomes, baby gnomes, and an emo gnome? Okay, sure. Some old classic activities like Jingle's iconic Fast and Frosty race will of course make a return, but also some new ones like decorating Moorland for the festivities. We're also kicking off a new Trailblazer and Champion ranks, and of course don't fret, there are daily presents under the tree for 31 days starting on December 10th. Everyone is on the nice list. Alright, so we have the opening of the Winter Village, we have the two new magic horses, which we actually do have our first official images of. We have the kickoff of the new storyline that we heard about in the November blog post with the gnomes. Returning activities like the Jingle's iconic Fast and Frosty race. They didn't give us a full list of returning activities, but I think most of the week one things will probably be added. Winter Village was one of those daily activities that just had a lot to it up at the start, and then it just kind of fizzles out towards the end, historically. And I feel like they mix around what order the activities come out in. Like, I feel like sometimes the penguin races are way later, sometimes they're earlier. I think the Silver Song one used to be week one. This time, I mean, we'll talk about it later. It's will be coming later. So in addition to some of the classic activities that are coming week one that we don't have the full list of, we will also be getting a new activity, which is decorating Moorland, which is kind of exciting. I feel like back in the day when they had like the Santa giving presents around like, I think it was Silverglade and Jarlaheim. I'm wondering if they're kind of like trying to bring Winter Village back to mainland Jorvik as well and not just have it exist in the Winter Village. Sure, we had like the hourly things you could do for winter tokens, but after you've done them for the day, you can't redo them. So it would be nice to see if we can get a little bit more festive in mainland Jorvik. Additionally, if we didn't have enough to do, there's also going to be a Trailblazer track and a Champion ranks, and I could not be more excited. I love when they do the Trailblazer track. I love when they do Champion ranks. I don't always love when they do the Trailblazer track during events. However, I don't typically have to try to do the Trailblazer track either way, so no matter what I'm doing in the Winter Village, I'm going to be completing the Trailblazer track. I'm going to be earning points. I don't really have to worry about it. The only reason why I'd like when they do them off of events is so that we have something to look forward to outside of event season as well. But I mean, I'm not going to complain if they're going to mash them together anyway. And then of course, the Yule Tree returns. We will have presents for every day of December. And typically what they do is they will backdate the presents. So if we are getting to the Winter Village on the 10th, there should be 10 presents under the tree for us to collect. So that is all just week one for us to look forward to. Week 2 is Frosty fishing on December 17th. While the gnomes have joined the party this year, the Caprins are still causing chaos. This week they're going berserk for fox kits, putting on a cracking show jumping race, and are also in need of some help to prepare for dinner, it seems. That's right, it's ice fishing time. While some players may be running around on deer and giant Yule goats after today, we're also welcoming back our magical horses from previous years. Okay, line by line. The Caprin Fox Kit quest daily, where you have to save the foxes from the Caprins and it's so fluffy, that will return. I can't remember if that quest was linked to the other fox quest with the Jorvik Ranger, who's kind of doing like trying to help the Arctic foxes. I can't remember if those two are linked or kind of separate. The show jumping race is also returning earlier this year, which I'm very excited about. I really do like that race, and it's a shame that it only comes back for 2 weeks. So I'm glad that that is going to be here for the remainder of the event. Not mentioned, but in previous years, they also released paddock props at that same arena, like the last week of the event. And I'm hoping they're there from the start because I really want to host some show jumping events in the Winter Village this year. So I really, really, really hope that that's a week 1 activity, but we'll see. We're also getting another new activity, which is Frosty fishing. So we're going to be doing some ice fishing for the Caprins. I've not seen anything. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's also going to use the same fishing mechanic that we did in the Summer Days event. That would be fun. I actually really like that fishing minigame. We also have the return of the horse transformation animals. So your horse will transform into a bear, a Yule goat, a reindeer. I think there were a couple of other things, but the bear has always been my favorite. So very excited to ride the bear again. Probably what's going to be the most asked question week 1. The magic horses from previous years will be returning week 2, just like they did for Halloween this year, and honestly, just like they did for winter event last year. On week 3, December 24th, we have an update titled Stargazing. Mario has found his way to the Winter Village and is happy to share his love for gazing up at the stars with anyone who wants to try. A less chill activity is to bring back some escaped horses, and any really daring riders can race across the ice of Silver Song at rapid speeds. So we have a new quest with, maybe not necessarily a quest, but something new to do with Mario in the Winter Village. Probably a new Stargazing daily. Bringing back the escaped horses, it sounds like that is going to be one of the gnome daily quests from them causing havoc and chaos. That was mentioned in the blog post that there was going to be escaped horses related to the gnomes. So that's what I'm assuming that means. And the Silver Song race, it sounds like the slippy slidey penguin race from Valedale all the way down Silver Song will be returning on week 3. I wonder if the rest of the penguin races will also return that week. Not sure yet. Or if those will be week 1. Who's to say? It's kind of hard to tell what actually is returning unless they put it in the next up in Jorvik. I know that these are supposed to be brief and just kind of previews until the actual week happens. We will find out when the news posts for these weeks drop what exactly is included, or at least when we get to the Winter Village, we'll find out what gets included. So they can't include everything here. This is just supposed to be a quick little snippet, mostly of what's coming that's new for us to look forward to. So it's always hard to tell what existing is coming back and when. We just know that some things are. Now, what I thought was going to be the final week, so I should probably have prefaced this video with, I was wrong. I thought that when they pushed the Winter Festival back a week to accommodate this new quest line that they did with the Stampeding Stars this week. Not that I necessarily think that that was why they pushed it back. I think they just looked at the calendar and said this is what they wanted to do. Either way, typically we see the Winter Festival pop up on the 1st December of the month, which was this Wednesday. Didn't happen. I assume that meant that the event was going to be chopped down to 4 weeks like most of the other events. And I thought that that made sense because week 5, they never really add anything anyway. However, I was wrong. It looks like they are extending this substantially into I say substantially, it's like the first week and a half. There will be another Winter Festival update on January 7th, which is usually when the event leaves. So it will still be a 5-week event, and it will leave on January 13th. So it's going halfway into January, this Winter Festival. So yeah. That's, we'll talk more about it because I'm not really sure. I didn't think there was anything to really make it 5 weeks, but I guess we'll see. So on December 31st, we have Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve and the last shop of the festival has opened. We're celebrating with runaway gingerbreads, winter archaeology, and 4 new winter coat variations that are permanent additions to Jorvik. Oh, and remember that little emo gnome we mentioned at the start? He seems to be warming up a bit. Is he even looking to come home with a newfound friend? I knew it. Okay. So the New Year's shop always opens the week of New Year's Eve and New Year's. So not a whole lot of time to plan any new outfits. But on New Year's Eve, the last shop featuring the New Year's clothing will be released. Usually this is also when like DJ Kai comes. There's a whole party section. And that's usually all they add for this week. However, it looks like there's still more to come in ways of activities with Runaway Gingerbread, which is probably another gnome activity. Winter archaeology, which I am so curious about. What's winter archaeology? What does that mean? What are the requirements? I need to know. Oh wait, is it just like the leaf pile, like the snow piles and not actually archaeology? Is it just like running through snow piles and getting like snowflakes or something? I don't know. We'll find out. 4 new winter coat variations. We haven't seen any, or at least I don't think we've seen any spoilers of these. No idea what breeds they're going to be on. If I could dream and hope and wish and desire, I'm a sucker for the Hanoverian. Ardennes would be nice. Although I probably wouldn't get another Ardennes. I think they're nice, but I have 2 magic ones. Noriker. Would love some more variation in Noriker coats. I feel like they're going to do a Frisian Sport, which is not my favorite, but oh well. Oh my god, and if they do another Dutch Warmblood, I will quietly accept the fact. You know, Jorvik Mountain Horse. It's a relatively new horse. I mean, only 6 months, so it'd be nice to have another variation for them. Oh, and oh my god, why didn't I say this sooner? Black Forest Horse. Okay, my hopes are Black Forest Horse, Noriker, Jorvik Mountain Horse. Those are my true hopes. They did a Noriker last year, so I probably won't do another one this year, even though it was my favorite Noriker coat. But I don't know. I'm speculating, I'm wishing, I'm hoping, I'm dreaming. We'll see what actually happens. But leave in the comments what horses you hope to see coat variations of in the future. And I'm assuming I'm right, it sounds like I'm right, about there being a chore board for the Winter Festival, which is why we're getting some additional activities. Those should, as we experience in summer days, the further you go into the event, the more activities get unlocked that allow you to check things off of your list on your chore board. And then at the end, when you reach or complete all 4 levels, you unlock a pet, which it seems like it's going to be the emo gnome as speculated, which is very exciting. Now, at that point, I would have expected nothing new to be added, and that's the end, and you just finish up your champion ranks and your trailblazer and all the other activities and finish doing your dailies so you get the gnome pet, and then that's just sort of it. However, on January 7th, a final festive week. It is the final week of the festival and the Trail of Northern Lights and the champion ranks. We've also got the last 2 gifts under the tree this week, and a couple of days for everyone to catch up if they haven't opened their presents yet. The gnomes have a fun communication challenge for the visitors of the village, while a few others seem to have escaped to Jorvik's mainland. And to all of our snow enthusiasts, fear not, Jorvik's weather forecast is predicting snow for an additional 2 weeks. As it turns out, there is going to be more activities on week 5 this time. Minimal, but still. So, like I mentioned, it's going to be finishing the Trailblazer track, finishing your champion ranks, finishing collecting anything you wanted to in the Winter Village. However, they did mention there's going to be last 2 gifts under the tree this week. Now, if I look at the calendar, oh, wait a minute. Final 2 gifts. How many days are in a week? 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30, 31. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so here's what's going through my head. They mentioned that there's going to be 31 presents under the tree, or there's going to be daily presents for 31 days, starting December 10th. So what if we're not getting 10 presents back for days 1 through 10 of December, and they will actually just start the Yule tree on December 10th? You collect your gifts all the way through the event. So week 1 will be 7 gifts, week 2 will be 14 gifts, week 3 will be 28 gifts. Nope, week 3 will be 21 gifts. Week 4 will be 28 gifts. And week 5, they say it's the last 2 gifts, but that's only up to 30 days, not 31. So it's either 3 gifts or maybe Christmas has 2 gifts. That could be possible as well. I don't know. I'm very confused. If that's the case, I think people are going to be upset, not going to lie, because I think we were all under the impression that we would get backdated gifts. On the other hand, I think we'll get over it pretty quickly because you're still getting 31 gifts, but you're going to have them through the entirety of the festival and the event instead of it ending on December 31st, and then you have 7 more days of nothing. And in this case, it's 13 days because it ends on January 13th. So I don't know. We will see, but I guess it's time to just change our assumptions because things be a changing at the Winter Festival. All right. I mean, honestly, I'm not mad about it. I mean, it makes sense. I guess maybe I'll just ignore the Instagram comments for a couple of weeks. Anyways, that is it for this month's Next Up in Jorvik. Let me know in the comments which week you're most excited about. Let me know which horses you want to see coat variations for. Let me know if you interpreted any of this news a different way that I did. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more. And I will see you all probably sooner than next week. Hopefully, you know what? Actually, hold on. Let's break this down. Hopefully, I can finish the Invite a Friend program, so I will see you for that sort of challenge video. And if not, I will see you all next week in the Winter Village. Bye!